Yeehaw!
Liberty!
Well, thank you guys for coming in. Welcome to Caldwell County Today. I'm Eric Stafford, and today we're talking about the Happy Valley Jamboree.
By golly, we are.
Now-
I got on my shirt, and we got Miranda here, our mascot.
Miranda made it out. I mean, we're ready. We're ready to rock and roll. So.
Absolutely.
Now, we have Pat and Kay Crouch here with us, but also we have a special guest. Introduce us to your friend here.
He's not my friend, he's Kay's.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Well, Richard.
I can introduce myself if
No.
I don't have
Thank you so much for joining us today. This is Richard Cockerman. He is not only our friend. He has taken over many of the duties of putting together the Happy Valley Jamboree. So he gets all the credit and all the blame.
Well, yeah.
It comes with the territory,
It
you
does
know.
come with the territory, yeah.
But we're awfully glad that Richard could could join us today, and also, taken over this responsibility from William Ritter, who has done a bang-up job for the first 2 years of the Jamboree.
Oh, yeah.
But William lives in Bakersville,
Burnsville, somewhere
Is that up there. He lives away.
He lives somewhere else. Richard's one of the finest musicians we have in Caldwell County, folks, and not only is he a huge student of traditional music, plays many different instruments. You're seeing him play guitar now. He plays banjo, plays guitar, plays excellent bass. He's a mighty fine singer, writes some of his own songs.
Well, you're digging way back.
Well, I met Richard a few years ago, and he's always impressed me. But one of the most impressive phone calls I ever got from Richard Cockram was the day he called and wanted to know what he could do to boost interest in traditional music in Caldwell County. At the time, Richard was thinking about working with some of the school-age kids and getting something like that going. But I know for a fact that for many years it's been Richard's desire to help spread the word about traditional music and all the fine local musicians we have, not only in Caldwell County, but Burke County, Alexander County, Wilkes County. Western North Carolina is a place that's rich in musical heritage, and I think Richard Cockram is the perfect man to take over this Happy Valley Jamboree. And so far, Richard, I think you've done a wonderful job.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, so anything you want to say about it as the man coming in?
Well, I guess I sort of thought it would be more like, okay, how many Porta-Johns do we need? Let's play music. But as of last night, I was picking out T-shirt colors and sizes.
Oh, yeah. Well, make sure you get this one right here.
Yep.
Right.
I'm sure all of our viewers have heard of the Blue Man Group. Well, I'm part of the Gray Man Group. It just goes along with the territory these days. Yeah, so what? You got
So we'll have some shirts.
Will the shirts have these logos, or is it a different logo?
Well, we're adding an additional 250th American flag.
Oh, yeah, that'll be great.
So
I'm glad we played Liberty then
That's right,
in honor of the 250th.
Tie
Liberty's
that
a
in
good
this
thing to have.
Yep. One other thing that I, crossed my mind earlier this morning, thinking about what we're going to do different. We're going to have if it all comes together, a fantastic shower facility. And
Oh, yeah.
It's going to
yeah.
be
Oh, cool.
Above standards for taking a shower in a cow pasture.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's right.
Like doors.
Yeah, it's
Like
gonna
a door.
Oh, it's going to have a shower stall. So
Oh, yeah.
And hot water.
Did you hear
hopefully
that,
hot water.
Miranda? We're
Hopefully.
going to have a stall, Miranda. You're used to stalls.
So bring your standards fairly low for taking a shower in the cow pasture. But if you're there for 3 days, we'd like for you to have a shower.
That's
That'd be great. And don't forget, the Yadkin River flows nearby.
Yes, it does.
And if you'll take some environmentally friendly soap out there and make sure I don't see it, you're welcome to shower in the river.
Yep. Which is quite full at this point.
I'm glad
It's
we got some water in the river. I am, yeah. Yep.
definitely a lot of storms happening, so we're just hoping that the weather will calm down for Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, but actually most of our activities are in the barn.
Yeah,
So the performers will be dry for sure.
High and dry.
And we'll be
Both
going
stages.
rain or shine, won't we?
rain or shine.
Rain
I'll
or
be there.
shine, yeah. I think the forecast is that most of the evenings are going to be very dark. and then in the morning it's going to get light.
But will we change the time?
I don't know if we'll change time or just keep playing the whole time.
Yeah, well, we'll let Congress figure out whether they want to change
Yeah,
the time.
we'll see when we're going to start and stop.
It might be different next year.
The best thing about Happy Valley Jamboree, folks, is the people who come together to play music at campsites. Sometimes backstage jams are going on, but it's all about the music. I know many times I've been asked about, what is traditional music? And basically here in the southern Appalachian Mountains, it started with the fiddle running into the banjo. And from that, we have, a lot of the fiddle tunes came from the old country, the European countries. A lot of the banjo styles came from Africa. And it's just such a great crossroads of music, and it's still going on live today. Richard, I don't know about you, but I get a lot of calls, people wanting to learn to play clawhammer banjo. And the best place I can tell you to get started on that will be the Happy Valley Jamboree, because we've got more clawhammer banjo players coming to Happy Valley than you'll see anywhere else all year long. And so I think that's a cool thing.
Well, bring your vocabulary with the word bum diddy.
Oh yeah, well
You have to bum diddy.
I'm familiar with some of that, and I really like to do that. But the most interesting conversation I had recently with a beginning clawhammer banjo player, we were sitting picking music side by side, and after about the third song, this lady looks at me and she says, "How do you like my hammer-ons and pull-offs?" So you got to have some of that when you're playing the banjo. You got to have those hammer-ons and pull-offs.
Up the sleeve trick.
That's right. What are we doing Friday night at Happy Valley?
Well, we're going to start things off honoring Max Waters. I think he was there with us last year. Did some keyboard music, which sounded great under the barn, I might add. We're going to honor him, let him play some tunes. We're going to be doing the Rob McHale story time out by the Laura Foster Memorial. Let's see, the cakewalk. We've been doing that for a number of years.
Cakewalk's a good thing.
Bring a cake. We need
Yeah,
some cake
well-
to give away, so
well-
we're not walking in circles for no reason.
That's right.
A cake or something cake-like.
Something, yeah.
And then we'll be doing just an open mic. We're trying to ease into this weekend softly here. Do an open mic. Come out, sing a few songs. You don't have to impress nobody, but you'll have your opportunity. And of course, I think you've been a past winner. I don't know whether it was for the best joke or the worst joke, but we do have a joke contest.
I've actually won both categories with one joke.
One joke.
Yeah. Last year
It was a groaner.
last year I told this joke about a giraffe, and I won both categories. But I've got a joke for this year, Richard. I've got it down to under 2 minutes. We want you to keep it
We
short.
don't want to put the red light on.
No, we don't want to put the red light. So around 2 minutes, I've got it down to 2 minutes. But if you're saying, well, what does a bad joke sound like anyway? Well, here's an example.
Oh boy.
Katie, you know the shortest sentence in the English language?
I do. I do know that. I do know that.
She does it every time. Every
I
time.
do know the shortest.
Every time she gives the punchline. Every time.
But I actually did not mean to.
Don't. Well, you never mean to. You just do.
Well, it's got a subject, a verb, and a
Well,
punctuation. Right?
Richard, let's redo that again. Richard, hey Richard, do you know the shortest sentence in the English language?
I don't. What would that be?
I am.
I am.
You know the longest sentence in the English language?
I do.
That's it.
I see.
That's it.
There's a
The longest
sentence
sentence.
there
Yeah, the
somewhere.
longest sentence. So far, mine's been 47
I've
years.
been sentenced 30-something.
Yeah.
I just hit 20 myself.
I was just
That's
going to say
right,
you're in the double digits, way over.
The best thing about Happy Valley there again though is serendipity. Things just happen. Most of the time, the best things that happen for absolutely no reason at all. You'll keep a smile on your face. We've had a lot of people go home after 4 days and say it took them 3 more days to quit grinning. And we got people coming from all over. What are we doing on Saturday, Richard?
Can I just double back to Friday night a little bit?
Kay's
Sorry.
going back to Friday.
Sorry.
Go right ahead.
Miranda, pay attention.
So the Happy Valley Jamboree, which is held Labor Day weekend, which this year is September 4 through 6, is held at the Jones Family Farm on Highway 268 by the beautiful Yadkin River in historic Happy Valley. And also, one of the things that really makes this site special is that it is the site it is a working farm. Tony Jones moves the cows out a week or two in advance, so everything dries up nicely,
He
we
doesn't
hope.
clean up after him, though.
And so once the cows are moved out, then you can actually get around and walk around the whole pasture. And in the pasture is a little white picket fence a white fence that surrounds the grave of Laura Foster. Now, if you're from Caldwell County, you know the story of Tom Dooley. And Tom Dooley was hanged for the murder of Laura Foster. Now, whether he did it or not, we're not going to get into that, but that is where Laura Foster is buried. And so when Rob McHale tells the story of the Tom Dooley triangle and subsequent murder, whoever did it, of Laura Foster, it's done at the gravesite of the woman who was married. And I just think that is so cool. I mean, that is something that really sets this little festival apart from any other
During the
place.
low light of dusk.
That's right. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have candles around and a
And
little
Rob
lantern.
and Rob McHale. In case you don't know about Rob, he has hosted the longest songwriter gathering in the state of North Carolina down in Davidson. It's a showcase he does. He's done it longer than anybody's ever done it, celebrating original North Carolina music. And we ran into Rob in the great state of Montana just a few weeks ago. We'd been out to Yellowstone and looking for inspiration, and we found it in meeting Rob McHale in the airport. So that was great. And he was there with Meg Herring, and they had gone to, I think, to Glacier National Park, and we'd gone to Yellowstone and Grand Tetons. And so we met each other out in the Wild West. And at that time, Rob was already talking about Happy Valley and how much he looks forward to it. Max Waters, the piano player that Richard talked about earlier, I met Max back in the 1900s when he was playing gospel music with my Uncle Cole Crouch and Roger Bird and Herb Miller and Mike Miller and Bobby, I'm going to say the wrong last, Ashley, in a gospel group called the Messengers Quartet. And the Messengers from Caldwell County had the good fortune to travel most of the eastern United States. They had the good fortune to record several gospel albums in Nashville, Tennessee, and they were a big deal for their time. Unfortunately, age turned a lot of the Messengers old, and they had to retire from the road. My uncle died young, and there was a Messengers reunion a few years back, and when they got the band together and looked around for my Uncle Cole, they didn't see him. So they called me, and that's when I met Max Waters on a musical journey. I had known his reputation, and I had heard him play before, but never had played with him till just a few years back. And what a gentleman, and what an amazing piano player. And that's another thing about Happy Valley Jamboree. It says Happy Valley Jamboree, and a jamboree is where people with all kinds of ideas come together. It's not the Happy Valley Country and Western or the Happy Valley Western Swing or the Happy Valley Bluegrass or the Happy Valley Old Time. It's the Jamboree. So all traditional styles are welcome. And Max is, in my opinion, one of the great traditional gospel piano players. So if there are any young and I know there are a lot of people around here who play gospel piano, and I don't know if there are any young people or any old people as far as that goes who are interested in hearing the style that has been passed down through oral tradition. It's not what you see on the book, on the page in the hymn book. It sounds nothing like that. This is a style of music that's come down just like the fiddle tunes, just like the old ballads. It's been passed down by ear, and it's a different journey. And Max is a great example of that. You'll have two chances to hear him. You can hear him Friday night, or you can hear him Sunday morning.
Sunday morning last year was fantastic.
That was a big jam.
I'll
yeah.
fast forward a little bit. We'll get
Please
back
do.
to it,
Yeah.
but,
We'll double back. Kay says that's all right.
Yeah, Kay likes to double back there. We do a gospel Sunday morning circle sing along, circle jam, I call it, if you got an instrument. But
Yep.
Max was there. I'm hoping he'll be there again
He will.
to lead us.
He's planning on it.
Yep, we'll have, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 instruments, and
Yeah.
however many people can fit under the barn comfortably and just to sing along. Hopefully some familiar lyrics that we're familiar with. I Saw the Light, for example, would be a good one. And Max did a fantastic job on the keyboard with songs like that.
Yeah, and that's led by our hero, Sharon Underwood. And Sharon has been a proponent of what I would call acoustic gospel music for a long time.
Yep.
I also met Sharon back in the 1900s, and that's what she was mostly playing. And she was mostly working with kids groups, and she was also working with churches, of course, but with a lot of retirement facilities, things like that. In other words, community work.
Community, yeah.
Music, so Happy Valley Jamboree, music for the people, by the people. So where are we now, Richard?
Let's see, Saturday morning. Let's just
Yeah.
jump on into Saturday morning.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have another honoree. Happens to be a friend of mine, Linda Cabe. She's up in the Millers Creek territory of Wilkes County, but she's quite well known in the general area of old time music. And speaking of clawhammer banjo, I know she plays a few other instruments, but that's what she can do the best and the most of is clawhammer banjo. I don't know how many banjos she's got. I think she's got several, but old Pete's her favorite clawhammer banjo. She's got them all named, and she's plumb wore the head out, but I think she got it replaced recently. So that's how much clawhammer banjo Miss Linda Cabe has been playing throughout her later years.
Oh, yeah.
She's not a young chicken, so she really fits the aura of just old-timey
Yeah.
clawhammer banjo, old-time music.
Will she be playing with Chad Ritchie?
She'll be playing with Chad Ritchie and a few others, fiddle tunes. We're going to honor her for her dedication to the music. We might even get a few of her camping friends from the campground there to join us for a nice little set of old-time music.
I think she and Chad influenced Robbie.
Yep.
What's Robbie's last
Herman.
name? Robbie Herman. Robbie came into that old-time music scene as a young fella.
Yep.
And for somebody like me who's watched a lot of students grow in their music over the years, it's always my biggest pleasure in life to see somebody like Robbie come in there and really take hold of it and run with it.
Yep.
And that's thanks to people like Linda.
Yep.
I mean, she was probably a big influence on him.
Well, and speaking of influence, she was an influence on me as a new bass player. Thanks to Patrick here, I can do what I can do due to his tutelage.
Well, Richard's he's a humble man.
But when you play bass or any instrument, I suppose, to old-time music, you got to really pay attention. Why? There's no words. You got to know where you're at in the song. So I credit her interest in playing with me and Chad.
Oh, yeah.
To help me learn that old-time music is, fun, but it does develop your ear because you're not sure where you're at in the song. You got to pay attention as opposed to a lyrical bluegrass song.
Well, yeah, old-time music is like Irish traditional music. It's driven by the melody.
Yeah.
And sometimes that melody is what we call straight and predictable. And sometimes that melody can take you off the dirt road or take you off the railroad there and get on the dirt road a little bit. And I think they call those tunes crooked tunes,
Crooked
don't they,
tunes, that's
Richard?
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
some of them are crooked.
So you have to learn your ears.
Yeah, so you gotta absolutely know it to be able to play it. My dad said the funniest thing I've ever heard about music, and it was true. I was playing the banjo one day, and he was playing the guitar, and I wanted to play some banjo tune that he had never heard. And I said, "Well, Daddy, it's just got 3 chords." And he said, "You can't play a song if you don't know it." And I believe that's the truth.
Yep.
I believe that's true. So what else?
So
After
that's what we're doing for Linda.
yeah,
The traditional annual cow calling competition
Miranda,
is going to take place.
You need to.
Miranda.
I
You need to
come do
enter that. Yeah.
I need to answer that call. I'm pretty
haven't-
loud.
I know
Yeah.
you are.
we might have the winner here, Miranda. It might be Eric.
I'm not sure there's any awards given out for that, but that
Well,
is
bragging rights.
bragging
Oh, okay.
rights.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you get bragging rights, and you might get to have your picture taken with Miranda. Who knows?
Well, I'll sing in the car, and then my Apple Watch will say, "You're in too loud a situation. You need to get away."
Yeah.
So that's pretty bad.
That is- you're a high decibel man.
I am. I
That's
am
good.
that.
That's good.
Another local talent on our list is Christine Horton, another keyboard player. And
that's
boy,
right.
She's powerful. I think Kay knows her quite well as how powerful her music can be on that keyboard. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And since she was a kid, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't go lightly on the keyboard.
She doesn't, and she's remarkable. She just turned 90 this past year, and she still plays every now and then, and she's been playing like on the local radio stations and stuff. She did that when she was a teenager, and played for all the dances that were around back in the day.
Yeah.
She has a lot of stories.
A lot of stories.
Yep.
So looking forward to her powerful keyboard playing on stage Saturday morning. Let's see, the Over Mountain Tavern Pickers will come along in the afternoon after lunch, and that's going to a little bit be a throwback to the old days of music before even possibly America was formed, and that's 250 years ago. It didn't take much math to figure that out, right? You can look at High Brighton Mountain. But that's going to be inclusive of more modern stuff with folk tunes, and that's going to be some really nice banjo. And I think what else does RG play?
RG plays hammer dulcimer. He plays fiddle, and we're talking now about a fellow named RG Absher. I met him as a resident of Wilkes County. I'm not sure that's where he grew up, but RG is a student of colonial music, music before 1776. His research takes him way back, and of course, when you talk about the Over Mountain men, those are the guys who, a lot of them actually, General William Lenore. William Lenore marched from here down to Kings Mountain on the Over Mountain Victory Trail, and the names of the people who made that march are on the monument down there at Kings Mountain Battleground. RG is an expert in that field. I don't know that anybody has done more work to research those times. And you mentioned also that he often dresses in period clothing.
Yeah.
He often he talks about I told you how a lot of the old fiddle tunes are handed down. So he'll play a lot of the old tunes. He's usually got the story about where the tune originated from or how he first learned it. A very interesting fellow to listen to, once again, he's a gentleman who's made a lifelong commitment to working in his community, his neck of the woods, and bringing his passion to as many people in this part of the country that he possibly can. So RG. And then we got Bob and Rebecca playing with RG, did you say?
Right. That's
Bob
right.
Myers?
Bob Myers. Mm-hmm.
Bob and his daughter Rebecca have been coming to Happy Valley ever since we've had a music event in Happy Valley. I've emceed the show many times on Saturday night to give out competition awards, and they're always in the top 3, and that's how I met them. 2 of my favorite musicians, and so they'll be playing as part of the tavern set.
Yep, she's a young talent.
Oh yeah,
Singing talent.
oh yeah,
Very
she
good.
got a lot going on. Sure does.
Yep.
You're actually going to feature her on Sunday morning as well, solo, aren't you?
Sunday midday will
Oh,
be.
are ya?
We're going to wrap up our gospel
Oh, yeah.
sing along with some additional spiritual gospel type music with Rebecca.
Okay, great.
And that's what she's most accustomed to is more in the church singing.
Yeah, well, she's a mighty singer. Good stuff.
Yep. I was just noticing on our list, our children's parade. How many years we've been doing that? 10 plus. That's a long
Right.
time.
This is only the 3rd year of the Jamboree, but before that, we were preceded by the Happy Valley Fiddlers Convention. And somewhere along the line, the giant puppets that appear in a lot of the parades and the Blackberry Festival and stuff started making their appearance at the Happy Valley Fiddlers Convention and now the Jamboree, and we carry them around. And also the kids, there are plenty of kids activities that are guided by Sharon Carter Underwood and also Christy Arney, who have done that for years and do such a wonderful job.
Doing a good job.
There are guided activities for them, and some of them make puppets and things that they can carry around, sticks with streamers and stuff like that. So, and in the middle of Saturday afternoon, we always gather everybody up, break out the giant puppets, have a pickup band, a marching old time band, and have
And a
all the
few instruments.
kids.
I think maybe some instruments are passed out, some noise makers.
Exactly.
They're called fiddles and banjos.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was trying to figure out where to go with that, but
One of my favorite memories of that parade was playing fiddle, and we were playing Arkansas Traveler, and I was walking beside of a gentleman from Australia, And so I thought that was pretty cool. Speaking of people coming from all over to attend this festival, I know we got folks coming from New York, Mississippi, Texas.
Maybe Arizona. I did talk to Arizona.
Oh, well, that's outlaw country as far as I can. And if it's,
When you see this one, he's
Right.
he's an outlaw for sure, and he's also a fiddle and banjo player. We tend to find out that most of the outlaws sort of are drawn to those two instruments.
Yeah, but that's another one of the things that separates the Happy Valley Jamboree
yeah.
apart from. It's the only time I've seen a children's parade.
Oh, it's a great parade, yeah.
It is great fun, and it's a challenge for us old people to
Oh,
climb
yeah.
up the hill at the end. But we go through the festival grounds and dip down into the campground a little bit. Depends on how much energy we have and how hot it is.
Yeah, that's true. It can be.
It can be hot.
be tiring.
It can be cold. It can be tiring.
So
but
bring your kids out.
bring the kids. Bring
Oh,
the
yeah.
cameras.
If you don't think they're going to sit still and listen to music, we'll give them to Christy and Sharon. They'll take care of that while you watch.
Yeah, and don't forget, you can always take those kids down to the beautiful Yadkin River. You need to supervise them closely down there, of course.
Yes.
Just make sure you keep an eye. Just stay right there with your kids if they're in the river. But that's just a beautiful stretch of land right there. It's a good chance for the kids to get some fresh air. If they're runners, they got acres of cow pasture to run in. They'll do just fine. And not only that, but I remember at a young age becoming really interested in music. And what made music special for me before I actually played was to be able to walk up close to people who were playing. And that means everything in the world. That's a good way for you to really have that music touch you, is to be close to it. Not being in an audience 100 feet away, not listening to the music through some sound system that turns it into an electric sound, but get right up close to it. If you walk by a campsite and hear some people playing, stop and listen a few minutes. You might be surprised just to hear the natural sound coming out of your neighbors. Sometimes it's the best music you've ever heard.
I think that's a key to the Jamboree, is just the folks jamming and camping along in the pasture and the bottom land there. It's going to be great music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see, finishing out my list, the Twain Gang, that's led by Gary Foster, another Wilkes resident, and I think they're doing a mix of bluegrass and other traditional music. So
Yeah, I've had a few minutes to think about that
Okay.
since you told me who that was, and I think these are probably folks who are connected with the Wilkes County Folk Society.
possibly.
And this folk society in Wilkes County has been strong. It's been in existence as long as I can remember. And Richard, do you know how often? I know you've been there. How often do they meet?
Yeah, I'm a member of that, WAFAS for short, Wilkes Acoustic Folk Society.
Yeah.
Just a small membership fee annually. We meet about the last Monday of the month, each month, except toward December. I think we skip one in December, but we switch in the summertime. We meet at the Merle Fest stage
Right.
on the Wilkes Community College campus, and
Yeah.
then in the colder months, we're at the old courthouse in Wilkesboro.
Absolutely. And everyone's invited to attend.
Everyone, yeah.
If you ever hear any publicity about it, you should do that.
It's just like-minded folks coming together as a club, and we don't do a whole lot other than play music. So what's wrong with that? Right?
Well, that's I think that music's meant to be played.
Yeah.
You don't want to keep it in the jar. You want to open it up and get it on out. Absolutely.
Wrapping up the rest of Sunday
Yeah.
night, or Saturday night,
Oh, okay.
along about supper time, 6 o'clock-ish, I think. We're not exactly doing what we used to do as the Fiddlers Convention, but we're not exactly going away from that entirely. So we will have a talent contest. It won't be a band competition. If you can play the harmonica better than someone can play the bowed saw, or sing better than the ukulele
Yeah,
player,
that's
then
right.
you might be awarded first place. So
Yep. Miranda, you might be able to sign up and pick us one on your banjo.
we're going to have a talent contest.
Yeah.
That'll last a couple of hours, hopefully, if we get enough folks signed up and showing us their talent. So come on by and compete with other folks.
Oh, it's one of my favorite times. I've never been big on the strict regimented competitions that a lot of people are into, and that's fine if that's their thing. That's great. I'm more of instead of competing with each other, let's cooperate with each other a little bit,
Yeah.
and that's what this competition. It's a friendly competition
Yeah.
in every
Yeah.
sense of the word.
Yeah.
And it's open.
One category.
Yeah, one category.
I'm not even going to tell you how much you win.
No,
so
we're
over
we're
competing for that.
no, we're not. No, we don't want anybody getting hurt. And no feelings hurt. We don't want to have any
The
feelings
competition is stiff because last year we had a one-armed fiddle player who was a veteran of the Civil War show up, and
I hate I missed that. I missed that.
hurt. He looked sort of young to be a veteran of the Civil War.
he sounded old though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see, moving on to Sunday, I guess, well, wrapping up Saturday night, after that, just hang around and enjoy a campsite jam, because last year's campsite jam was epic, I think. And I was in amongst 2 or 3 of them, to say the least, so.
It's
I have a lot of regrets in life, but one of my biggest regrets is that last Happy Valley Jamboree, I went to bed early on Saturday night. I knew I was messing up.
and by early you mean
Well,
2
yeah.
a.m.
I went to bed at, I went to bed at 2
Yeah.
a.m. Got up the next morning and found out I'd missed everything.
Oh,
Yeah, it's one of the things about camping out there, and we'll talk about that at the end, is that you have all of these different sessions that are going on all throughout the day and also all throughout the night.
Yeah.
We do have an area where we encourage people to set up camp if they are not interested in hearing tunes as they go to sleep.
You can camp over yonder.
You know, there was one year with a plastic trombone that woke
There-
some folks up. I think.
Red, I understand,
Red,
yeah. Playing gospel
You wouldn't be
music.
married to any
That
trombone players, would you?
he's banned for life.
He is. Well, he isn't, but the trombone is at 4 a.m. With banjo accompaniment. It was a
fun.
banjo trombone.
It was clawhammer
Duet.
banjo.
Yep, that's true.
Memorable moment, because we're talking about it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Many, many memorable moments
Yeah,
down
yeah,
on Happy
yeah.
Valley.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the jams go into the small hours, and they're fabulous because you get to hear all of these people, as Patrick was talking about, up close and personal, without a microphone or a stage or anything separating you from the music. You can join in if you like, but just to go up and listen to the different groups, it's really remarkable.
It is.
And something that you just don't get
No,
anyplace else.
especially not in a pasture.
No.
That's right. Organic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's organic.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning,
Old
we've
time
touched on it a
gospel,
little
yeah.
bit, but, you know, if you feel like missing church or consider this your church for Sunday morning, we're
exactly.
going to be 10 o'clock at the Jamboree Sunday morning, starting with some gospel, just in a circle, relaxed feeling. If you know some lyrics, Will the Circle Be Unbroken is another good example. So we're just going to sing along and have church right there under the barn for up until 11:30 that lasts. So we're going to even expand that this year. It's going really well. People are giving us some good feedback on the Sunday morning gospel sing along. So looking forward to a good time there. And after that, we're going to continue a little bit with some spiritual numbers. And Rebecca, Bob's daughter from Saturday with the Overmountain folks, she's going to be extending that gospel set for about another 30 minutes till, let's see, 11:40 to 12:05. We'll give her some time to continue that.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah. William Ritter. Let's talk about William. Now, him
Well,
and his
yeah.
wife, Sarah, will
Yeah.
be joining us right after Rebecca for one of my favorite sets that they do, and I've always enjoyed their music. I don't know how to explain it other than just old stuff.
Well, yeah. William's a student of traditional music. He's a student of traditional ballads and storytelling, so he's a triple threat. Sarah came from a musical family. She's one of those people that has this aura about her. I think we call this charisma in the music business. And she's the only person I know that can keep William in his place. And so I always go to check that out, make sure she's keeping William humble. And but they are married, and they have one daughter, and they're just a good example of people who are they're not old-fashioned people, but they value the old ways, and they value art, literature, music. They value being in touch with nature. William's one of the best farmers I know. He collects seeds. He works his garden. Sarah's big into writing, and she's big into promoting things, artistic things. And so they bring all this with them when they come to the stage.
If you want to know what leather breeches are, just ask William.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It ain't
We're
a
not talking
piece
about lederhosen.
Yeah, it's not something you wear, but
No.
just if you're
Yeah,
curious
you-
about leather breeches.
You can do a lot of things with green beans.
Greasy beans. Greasy beans is favorite.
Yep.
Yeah. So William and Sarah, we got a set from them.
Yep, they've been with us a few years now, and I
Oh,
always
yeah.
enjoy their set.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Carolina Junebugs, we're going to throw it back into the old-time arena, and Carolina being the optic word there, they are students at UNC Chapel Hill. It's a couple of gals and a guy, going to be on clawhammer banjo, I'm sure. So what more do you know about them, Pat?
Well, I knew that band before they were born. I used to, Ellery Smith is, she's one of the prominent members. But Ellery, we played clawhammer banjo and singing. I hope they do some of their original music. They've got a lot of original music between Ellery and Emma there and Booth. Great trio. They've been to Happy Valley before. They've been there to compete, and they've also been there just to jam along and hang out for the weekend. I used to teach school with Ellery's mother, but before I taught school with Ellery's mother, I used to buy houses from her grandmother. So that's why I say I knew that band before they were born.
Ellery really grew up at the Happy Valley Fiddlers Convention each year, and so much so that when she applied to Carolina to get in, they have to write an essay, and it was on the impact of the community and the music and everything of the Fiddlers Convention in Happy Valley on her in her life. So we're so pleased to have them last year show up. And just to come and listen, and she brought her friends with her, and they camped the whole weekend.
I played some music with them.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and they were one of the little jams that I visited in the small hours of Saturday night. So we were really pleased to find out that they'd be coming back. So we stuck them up on
Yep,
stage.
and I think they're as excited as anybody to show up.
Yep.
Oh, these are great folks, and one thing that I do love about this band is their enthusiasm and their respect for the tradition. I keep using that word tradition and talk about old-fashioned things, and these kids last year on Sunday, they sat front row from the time the live music started until the time the live music ended. And they weren't just sitting there casually tapping their toes. These kids were dialed in. And you could be playing a song and look down and see one of the members of that band, and they would be intently focused on something that somebody was doing. They would either be watching the way Ron Shuffler was attacking that bass, or they would be listening to what Kay was singing for harmony parts. They were dialed in, buddy. And so these are hardcore young people with a passion for traditional music. And I think of all the sets we see on Sunday, that's a must attend right there.
Right.
Must check them out. Carolina Junebugs.
Carolina Junebugs. Good luck with your start to college. Maybe any day now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Piedmont Boys Bluegrass. Now, this will be a 5-piece band, and yours truly will be making up the weak link there at band member number 5 on the bass. These are friends of mine. Really strong players here. A couple of members have been with some touring acts. A couple have never been in a professional band, but that's because they have jobs. That's what I understand. They're not like most musicians. They have a job. So,
Well,
That pays.
yeah, that pays. Yeah, pays hopefully for some of them in retirement, So what I would say about the Piedmont Boys Bluegrass, there's nothing wrong with Blue Highway music or Lonesome River Band or even Allison Krauss, but you won't hear that music from the Piedmont Boys. You're going to hear the originators, the Osborne brothers, Bill Monroe, especially Jimmy Martin, those folks that put the groundwork, foundation in bluegrass from the 40s and 50s. That's the kind of music you're going to hear with the Piedmont Boys, and it's going to be high-powered and strong. Maybe some yodeling, we'll see. But really strong musicians. Looking forward to picking with those boys. That'll be starting at 2:15. We're going to give them 75 minutes. So our last 2 acts of the day will be about 75 minutes long. For those that don't do math that strong, that's about an hour and 15 minutes. So
I was just about to have to take my shoe off to figure that out, Richard.
Yeah, look down there. So
I'm glad you told me.
we're
Blue
gonna
Randa's really glad.
hopefully we're going to get, I don't know, 15 to 20 songs out of 75 minutes, so we'll see.
Oh,
So
yeah.
look forward to some traditional bluegrass music.
We call it first generation, folks. All the people he named there were first generation bluegrass players, and they did set the standard. Of course, Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys. Actually, everybody that he talked about right there came through Bill Monroe's band. Every one of them worked for Bill Monroe. And when I was first introduced to bluegrass music here in Caldwell County, it was through the great Clarence H. Green, and it was the same bowl of soup. In other words, we played straight down the line, first generation. And you were expected to know all that. It's okay. It was okay to go on and play rock and roll or play country music or gospel music or play hippie music. But if you were going to be part of that bluegrass crowd, that was your first and second grade reader right there, buddy.
Yeah.
Was the first generation bluegrass of Monroe, of course the Stanley brothers.
Stanley, yeah, I left those out.
That's all right. Carter Stanley worked for Bill Monroe too.
Well, he did.
Yeah, he sure did. But anyway, yeah, that first generation bluegrass stuff, it's always going to be here. I remember in 1975, Richard, when disco hit.
Yeah.
We'd been playing live music for I'd been playing almost 10 years out by then. But when disco hit, I thought, well, that's the end of Creedence Clearwater Revival. You know, we've been playing this rock and Rolling Stones and Beatles. I said, well, that's the end of our career. We got disco now. Nobody want to hear this old rock and roll anymore. Well, guess what? Turn on your radio. You'll still hear that old rock and roll. Same thing with bluegrass. You can listen to any bluegrass show you want to listen to in the whole wide world, and you're still going to hear Bill Monroe, the Osborne Brothers, Flatt and Scruggs, Jimmy Taiwan on Martin, the Stanley Brothers. You're going to hear that first generation stuff. So it's never going away.
Right.
And I'm like Richard. I had a chance to experience these musicians he's talking about firsthand one time. We were down at Mount Airy, and Richard gave me an invitation to join in a jam session, and I'd been there about 2 seconds, and I said, oh man, I'm in heaven now. Because these boys they're ready to pick.
Yep.
We don't have to talk about it. Let's just do it, right?
That's
and
right.
I love that. And so as Richard said, these are some of the finest you will ever hear. So if you're a dyed-in-the-wool bluegrass fan, don't miss this act, the Piedmont Boys.
Piedmont Boys.
Yeah.
It's not truly a band. It's just friends that know how to pick and play and sing together.
They know how to do it.
Yep.
And so who's going to be the mandolin player?
Well, it might be you. No, wait a minute. That's right. I do have a multi-instrumental player. John Wolfe will be
So
our...
John,
Yeah, John Wolfe will be our mandolin player and mostly doing the singing.
yeah.
He's from around Stokes County, so
Yep.
these boys are traveling a little ways. But
Yeah.
since I've played with them, I know how good they are. And
Oh
a
yeah.
good addition
Oh
to
yeah,
the Jamboree.
they're fine.
Ben Marshall, he was with Iron Mountain
Yeah.
recently. He'll be playing guitar, does some really good harmony with John on
Yeah.
the singing.
Yeah, I don't know him.
Yeah. Jacob Turnbill down in Cleveland County, the Shelby Flash, I think we nicknamed him.
Jacob, he's a mighty fiddler.
Oh, he's a mighty fiddler. yeah.
He plays other instruments too, I'm sure.
I believe so.
All the young kids play everything anymore, Richard. That's what they do.
He's going to bring a mighty fine fiddle version with him.
Absolutely.
But one of the best banjo players that's of the quality that would be willing to play with me, you know. I don't guess Russ Carson wants to hang out with me and play banjo. Of course, he plays with
Well, his
Ricky
daddy will
Skaggs.
play with you.
Yeah, I have played with his daddy. So, you know, maybe we can make something work. But
Yeah.
Tom Cecil, he knows everything about the banjo, forward and backward, the backup, the lead, the
Yeah.
kickoffs, you name it.
He's got it.
And his right hand, as we say,
Oh, yeah.
is where the power lies.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got the right hand to boot. Let's see, who am I leaving out? I guess me on
The bass player, yeah.
Yeah.
He's this big old lanky guy from up around Caldwell County.
Yeah.
Used to work for the Forest Service.
And I retired and thought I was going to have plenty of time to learn some music, but retirement will keep you busy.
Yeah,
That's
buddy.
bad.
Well, we appreciate what you do, Richard. And Once again, folks, if you don't know Mr. Richard Cockrum, right there's another real good reason to come to Happy Valley Jamboree. Get a chance to meet Richard, not only hear him play some music, but just get some of his observations. And speaking of observations, we got a philosopher on staff down there, our resident doctor of philosophy, Dr. Tony Jones.
Yep.
Will be on the site there, mainly because he's one of the owners of the land. And Tony will be offering camping. Kay, why don't you talk about the camping?
Well, let's finish up the,
We
the
haven't finished
roster.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We got one. We got one more band. I'm sorry.
We've got a long day. That's something else we
That's
might
all
have
right.
adjusted from last year. We're going to go a little longer this year.
That's okay.
All the way up to finishing at 5 p.m. But Pigeon River Messengers will
Oh, yeah.
join us at 3:45, so that's another 75 minutes worth of music right
Oh,
there
yeah.
from the Pigeon River Messengers. I would call that group doing traditional and original type stuff. You want to speak about those?
I'm going to
folks?
let Kay go first, and then I'm going to back clean up.
Well, another Caldwell County connection, although they are, I think they're based out of Burke County right now.
Right.
But as the Carolina June Bugs sat in the front row and really paid attention and supported the festival and also paid attention, so did the folks from the Pigeon River Messengers. They've got a unique sound that comes from their listening to old time music as they grew up, and they still play some of that, and also, as Patrick said, original tunes. But it's just a really pleasing sound overall that it's just unlike anyone else around.
Yeah.
Good folks come and support the festival, bring their family, and
Kids are growing up right
yeah,
there.
they really are. The
Yeah.
twins.
Yeah, the twins. They can dance.
They can. It's always a delight at the Jamboree to see the number of kids who come, and once they finish their little swords and whatever else that they've got to carry around, they come over and pay attention to the music and they dance, and it's a delight to watch them from the audience and also from the stage.
Yeah.
But the Pigeon River Messengers are going to close this out on Sunday night. We'll finish up at 5 o'clock, and you don't even have to go home then. Because Tony Jones, who is the representative from the Jones Family Farm, has opened up this beautiful space for us to come and enjoy music the whole weekend. But even beyond that, one of the signs of a good festival is when people start coming in early. So there will be people coming in as early as Wednesday to set up camp. And although the festival itself is free, camping is $10 a night or $25 for the 3-night weekend. Some people will come in early. Some will even stay late on Sunday night so that they can go with us to the Grocery Basket in Ferguson
Oh, yeah.
for Liver Mush Monday, which is a long-standing
You
tradition.
don't even have to love liver mush to love liver
No,
mush Monday.
because they lay out some groceries there at the Grocery Basket in Ferguson. They have a little grill, and it's one of the biggest events they have of the year. All the local folks come, and of course, anybody who's left over from the festival and spent the night camping Sunday night will go down there on Monday morning, and of course, when you get a bunch of musicians together, they are going to play some music.
Play some music,
Yep.
yeah.
And it'll be the all request set. It's good to connect with those folks
Yeah.
that we see only once a year. So the festival is Labor Day weekend.
Free, you said.
Free.
Did you say free?
It's an amazing thing,
We
isn't
would love
it?
to see some donations in.
Miranda's last
I forgot
name.
to tell you, Miranda
Yeah.
is in charge. She's the treasurer.
She is. She's got her mouth open, and it's
Yeah.
just big enough for a hand with a 20 or
Yeah, 20s. She
100
likes. Well,
a
she likes.
$250 bill. To
Yeah,
slide.
she like Miranda eats a lot of green. She likes
She
to eat
does like
green. And
Miranda's last name is Tipper.
Yeah.
She's from the Tipper Jar family.
Yeah.
She has a lot more personality than a lot of the Tipper Jars around.
oh yeah, she's
But,
a beauty. And
we do it because it is a free festival,
Yeah.
and because there are expenses like
Porta-johns,
and a shower with hot water,
water.
and a door.
A door.
and trash bins
Trash
so
bins.
that you don't have to carry everything home with you, and bug spray.
Yeah.
They go in and we are not troubled by mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's right. Keeping everything safe.
That's exactly right.
Okay, we need to, once again, we're gonna have to double back. There's a few local people that I'm really proud of that we haven't talked about yet. The first one's a member of the Pigeon Ridge
That's easy for you to say.
Pigeon River Messengers. I'm gonna change the name of that band maybe so I can say it. But it's Robert Gutzva. Robert Gutzva plays bass in the Pigeon River outfit there. See, I already changed it, the Pigeon River outfit. He plays bass, and I can't tell you how much Robert Gutzva has not only done for the Jamboree, but for the music community in general. Robert has a Morganton Music Patch where he sells instruments like we're playing here. He sells fine acoustic instruments. He's got electric guitars too, but he has the best selection of guitars, banjos, dobros, fiddles, mandolins of anybody I know. And Robert's business was going so well in Burke County, Morganton, that he also bought the kudzu music in Boone. So Robert expanded his business to Boone, and in addition to starting a new chapter of his family, he and Amanda have a new young son this year, Emmett, and they got 2 music stores. And just saw Robert yesterday, and he's all excited about coming to Happy Valley Jamboree. And he will be playing that final set with the Pigeon River Messengers. Another person that I talked to just yesterday is Kelly over there with the Blue Moose.
Yeah,
Blue Moose. They're going to be, did she say all 3 days?
All 3 days.
Yeah, so that's, and they're bringing not only fine coffees and drinks, but some light food as well. Is that correct,
I
Richard?
think we'll call it light on Friday and Saturday because we do have Big Daddy's Country Kitchen on Friday and Saturday.
We do, okay.
Yeah, and then we're going to leave it up to the Blue Moose to get us satisfied on Sunday. So she's going to have a little bit more variety of food for Sunday.
Okay, but she will have morning drinks and cold drinks,
Right.
and then Sunday she takes
Even
over
some morning bagels and
Oh, okay,
light
yeah.
breakfast things.
Oh, yeah. Well, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kelly, as far as being a community-minded person, she's a treasure,
Yep.
and she
was
is not.
excited to come back to Happy Valley. I
And
think
she's
they
not
missed it
afraid
last
of.
year.
She's not afraid of work.
Right.
None of these people are afraid, and it ain't easy living in a cow pasture for 3 days.
No,
You got to be tough.
that's a good point.
That's why we haven't seen Eric out there now.
I get the vapors.
But those were just 2 that I thought about that maybe we hadn't said. And we could go on all day naming people who've been so kind over the years, and hopefully a lot of those people will be there too. I hope you might see somebody like Bob Kogut, a man who made this violin I'm playing right here today. Bob was instrumental in the beginnings of this festival, actually. And hopefully we'll see the great Tony Deal. We've already talked about Tony Jones. Hopefully we'll see Tony Deal. Tony plays claw, hammer, banjo there once again. All the folks who are interested in that.
And I've got a slot for them types of folks on Saturday from about 3 to 3:45. We're calling it Happy Valley Heroes, and it's just whoever we can say, hey, we'd like to hear a song out of you. Maybe these 2 right here would come up and sing a song or 2.
Exactly. I understand that the world famous, infamous Indian Hills Ramblers are going to be jamming on site.
Okay.
Now, we'll keep their identity anonymous because that's what they prefer.
Yeah.
And, there was a great bluegrass band called the Seldom Scene, but this is a great old time band, and they've gone further. They're Never Seen.
Never seen. We hope to see them.
Yeah. So what else? Food vendors. We got all those covered now.
Yeah.
Uh,
We got the river.
yeah.
We got the storytelling,
Yeah.
children's parade.
Yeah. Oh, did you talk about the ballads? Is there a ballad
There is-
swap on
there is a
Saturday?
ballad swap.
Did we skip over that?
We did a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Ballad swap, and William is head honcho when it comes to ballads, but he's
Oh,
got a
yeah.
couple of accomplices with him there. I think, I'm not sure who he's gonna have with him, but you might be more familiar with those accomplices of his.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't talked with William specifically about that, but the only thing I'll say about him is that he is when I met him he was regional, and now he's pretty much become a national artist. In the past 2 years, William has been traveling, doing a whole lot of good work.
He just did some ballads at the Montana, Missoula, was it?
Yeah,
Is that
and
where he's at, Missoula?
yeah, and his Caldwell County connection is that when William just fell deep into this research, one of his primary sources was Bobby McMillan from Caldwell County, and Bobby had collected songs and stories from Caldwell County people all his life, and so William got a grant to spend a year working with Bobby. And when Bobby passed away at a young age, that was the sad part. But the good part was that William became heir to all of Bobby's research material. And so even though Bobby's gone and William doesn't have him in person anymore, he still is trying to go through all of the material. So that's how dedicated William is. And in this ballad swap, it's one of the coolest things that ever happens, because there'll be a group of people on stage and each person sings a story song, and some of the stories are predictable. You've heard of things like this before, and some of the stories will just tear at your heartstrings. So these are things that have been passed down. Once again, you can find versions of them in books, but you can also find versions that live out in the world that have never been written down. And that's one of the cool things that I think William and his people are doing, is preserving these stories. You know, some cultures on the planet never had a written language. They have rich stories, they have rich music, but since they never had a written language, the only way it's preserved is to be passed down. And fortunately, some of our ancestors are the same way. There's a lot of our history that was never written down. It's preserved through the generations, people's memories. So that's a cool thing on Saturday. Anything else we left out, guys?
I believe that's everything. Yeah. I believe we covered
You can get to the Jones family farm by going down 268, which takes you out Happy Valley. Just come up through Caldwell County on 321 north, headed toward Blowing Rock, and the last flashing light before you start going up the mountain, hang a right. That is Highway 268. It goes out through it's one of these historic, on the maps, they used to have paper maps, and the lines were color coded, and some of them were red, and those were scenic highways. Do you remember that?
I think I do remember that. Yeah.
So 268 is a scenic highway that goes through the Happy Valley, and it's beautiful. So just take that out there about, 8 miles or something like that.
One thing about 268, if you look at the scenes too hard, you might be in a curve.
That's
off the
right.
road. So
Yeah.
Drive carefully.
drive carefully.
Past Fort Defiance, just keep on going. And we'll have signs that guide you out there. If you're coming from Wilkes County, you've got a little further drive, but not much. So we're down there, and it's on the right. Hang it right into a cow pasture.
And I just happen to remember, we do get some rental chairs, but we
Yes.
also on the sign, we say, bring your own chair.
Bring your own chair and bring your own
Pop up.
pop-up
Bring your
shades.
Some shades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the nice things. We're not providing the huge tents anymore, and we're having it under the pole barn, the stage, and a lot of the seating under the pole barn. So the tents were great, but they actually kept the heat in a little bit more. So now
they
this
were
is
hot.
open air. And people are welcome and, in fact, encouraged to bring their own pop-up shelters, set them out there. We've got plenty of flat space, and if you can put them all right next to your neighbor, then we can have a whole lot of area in the shade.
What are we?
Share your shade.
What's our status on volunteers? Are we still looking for any volunteers?
Sure, we will turn-
People who want to get involved on
Right.
the organizational side, like the working side.
The working side.
Tell us a little bit about that before
Yeah.
we close out.
It takes some planning. If you'd like just some, figuring out what would be good ideas, new ideas, fresh ideas, or let's say, for example, you're good at asking people for money. That would be a nice addition.
Fundraising is always good, but we got some work days coming up.
Work days,
What
yeah.
are the work days this year, Richard?
It'll be probably 2 Saturdays. The first one coming up in, 4 days? 5
August
days from now.
22nd.
Yeah, August 22nd. There'll be this coming Saturday. We have to move a lot of manure and make it smell better and look better right underneath the cow barn.
Yeah.
Once we get the 22nd out of the way, the 29th will be a little bit more like putting the stage together. We turn this underneath the barn into a sawdust floor, if you will.
Yeah.
So that takes a little time to spread out, but we're just trying to make the place look good, smell good.
So if you got a strong back and a strong desire to support local live music and the Happy Valley Jamboree, and you would like to join us on either one of those work days or both of those work days, we'd love to see you out at Jones Farm early on Saturday morning.
Might even be finishing up that fantastic shower facility.
We might need a good
Hang in the door.
plumber.
We might need a good painter, because I had this idea. Why don't we make it look like a Holstein cow with
Well,
white
that
and
would
black
be
spots?
a good. Miranda would appreciate that.
Should
She'd
be our
appreciate
model.
that. Yeah.
Mike could use an artist out there.
Yeah, but folks, if it's if you feel led to be a part of the Happy Valley Jamboree, not only as an audience member but also to work on the organizational side, you'd be more than welcome to meet Richard there, meet Kay, people who are on the committee. Any help would be appreciated, and that's what it takes to have. If it's a community event,
Yep.
it needs to involve as many people
Just
from the
grassroots.
community as we can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's my 2 cents worth for this year. I'm proudly wearing my Happy Valley Jamboree shirt, proudly playing the fiddle. Proud to know you, Miranda.
So we start Friday night at 7 p.m. and go all through Saturday and Sunday. We finish up at Sunday we finish up at 5 p.m. And for the serious folks, we carry on at the Grocery Basket in Ferguson for Liver Mush Monday on Monday.
Nobody's going to run you off the campground Sunday night. Just
that's
hang out
right.
with us and pick some more music.
Yep, a free festival with donations accepted and camping at $10. Primitive camping, but with a shower.
Yeah.
And water. We have water down there. Not like hookups, but
Yeah.
like take your jug to the hose
Yeah.
that is
Potable
appropriate.
water, yeah.
Potable water.
Yeah.
We have out available for $10 a night or $25 for the weekend. If you can come in earlier and stay late, we kick Tony Jones a little bit extra money.
Yep.
He'll be happy to have it, and we're always thankful to him.
Yep.
And thankful to you
Well, appreciate it.
for riding over it. And Eric, thank you.
Thank you guys for coming in, and it's nice to meet Richard and see what you guys are going to have going on this year.
We hope for good weather, and maybe the humidity from August will subside, and the hurricanes look to be not present currently.
Just one weekend. Just
one
one weekend.
weekend.
With no rain.
just one
That's all we
weekend.
ask.
It was actually cool last year. I think there was a lot less river time last year.
There was, because it was chilly.
Yeah, so if it's warm, we'll cool you right off in the Yadkin River.
Yep. Excellent. Well, shall we play it on out, gang?
Same tune?
I think it's the only one I know.
It's the only one we know. The only one we practice.
1, 2, 10, 12. Thank you, Eric.
Gary.
Yeehaw.